Hey everybody, welcome back to another Filming Stories. Hope you guys been enjoying the content on the channel as of late. This series, for those who don't know, this is, very casual, type videos, kind of similar to the vlogs, except it's still film oriented because I discuss a couple things from, just my past interest in filmmaking and stuff like that. Obviously, I still retain that love for film. I have a whole channel dedicated to that. But filmmaking, has kind of diminished over time for personal reasons. And if you have watched any of these Filming Stories videos, you could understand why. Um, but I figured just to talk about today what it was like to work on set, because I had some experiences with, just independently, nothing too serious, but just for funsies. Just figured just ramble about this while we just go pick up my brother. And there's not a whole lot to say there. There was a few experiences here and there. My first experience going on set per se was I don't know if it was meant to be a TV show or if it just was a pilot. I don't know what they were intending it to be, but it was called Chaos Crew, and it was actually in Arizona. I was taking care of my grandmother at the time, and was working on a short film then as well. And my aunt just showed me that, hey, they got this little thing going on here in town. Do you want to participate? And I was like, sure, why not? So I ended up being an extra on there for like their pilot thing. And yeah, that was like my first real thing. Really, was just doing that, I guess. If you want to call it like set experience proper, And on that set, I would say like it was just very uh, like as if a bunch of friends got together and made something. It was very classic. In like student filmmaking terms, I don't mean to degrade, what they were trying to make, but that was more or less what it felt like. It wasn't really a big type production, or it seemed like they had a lot of finance behind it, but it was still great. It was still it was nice to just be involved, and just get to get my feet wet, just to at least try it out, so then after that, for the most part, I just stuck to just doing me, just stuck to just doing my own shit. And eventually what would happen is I would go to another set, this one being on a meetup page. You guys know, I don't know if anyone knows meetup.com, their website. Just for socializing purposes, I tried out this film group when I was still in the whole sphere of doing films and all that sort of jazz, and connected to this group. I forget what they're called. I think the group's actually gone now because nobody wanted to continue it, unfortunately. It was actually a nice group of people. We met up on Zoom a couple of times to like talk about this and that, about how they're gonna the writing of the characters and stuff like that. Primarily, what I was there for was photography, so I was actually their DP. I guess you'd say their DP assistant, more or less, because I was just kind of just moving the camera around here and there. But again, it was one of those like very isolated sets where it was only a handful of people, so it felt more personal. It felt more friendly. It didn't feel like we were like going to work, it felt like, oh, okay, we're just kind of hanging out, But the difference between that set and what Chaos Crew was is that they actually had a little bit more effort put into it, just to be honest. And they rented out some space, they did this and that, costume changes. You know, they had a bunch of stuff, and very hot weather also. Um, yeah, it was like insanely hot when we were filming. It was like maybe 105, well, not 105, maybe like 10, definitely the triple digits. It was crazy. Um, but you know, those experiences, they were fun, you know, but fun in that, like, hey, there's people that are kind of interested in the same sort of stuff, you know. And it's nice to meet up with like-minded individuals. um you know, but like nowadays I just don't really care for that. I mean, I just care for decent people. I don't care if they like movies or not. My best friends, they don't give a shit about movies, you know. Like, I care more about people who are just good folks, you know. But back then I seeked out people who were like-minded, you know, people who were reflective, people that I can see myself in, you know. That selfishness that a lot of people have in finding friends, you know. Like, you just like try to seek out good people, you know, at the end of the day. You know, that's just my advice anyway. I mean, was there any other experiences besides those two? I'm trying to remember. I don't think there was. I want to say there was another one, but I think I'm just like, I think I'm, you know, just thinking a little too hard. But you know, I mean, it was nice experiences, and you know, I particularly enjoyed working on that one with that social group. It was neat, and it was a long day as well. I mean, the hours were really long, which, you know, I don't complain about. Some other unions might have complaints about it, but I have no problem with working long hours on a film set. That's kind of the job. That's kind of the expectation when you're going into that line of work, you know. But I think it was like something like 15 hours. It was long. It was a really, really long shoot. The second or the first thing, I think it was a pilot, the Chaos Crew thing. That one was a lot shorter. That was like maybe, oh god, maybe like 3 or 4 hours. Like, you know, nothing too crazy. I think I could be wrong on that. I don't know, but I don't remember being like 13, 14 hours, whatever the hell the second film was, but or the second thing was. But I think that was also meant to be a TV show as well. The second thing I worked on, I think it was meant to be a TV show too, but then it got transformed into a short film. You know, like that whole thing about, well, it was going to be a pilot, but we'll just turn it into a short film, you know. So yeah, I mean, those are at least my experiences anyway. And it was fair. It was decent stuff. Meet nice people, but ultimately, you know, I just now stay in my own lane. I don't really go for that artsy fartsy type mindset anymore. It's not really me, you know, anymore. So, but yeah. So that's gonna be it, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye.